April 5th will, of course, be a very interesting fight in the super welterweight division, as former champion Tim Tszyu is looking to bounce back against Joey Spencer. A very good fight, as Spencer is a very solid contender at 154. Now, of course, people believe he's not, the best at 154, but he is really a good fighter, although small for the weight class. Well, okay, well, not that small. He looks small against his one loss, but that's against Jesus Ramos Jr. Ramos makes everyone look small. But Tim Tszyu is coming off of 2 losses back-to-back against Sebastian Fundora and Bakram Murtazaliev. And Joey Spencer is on a 3-fight win streak, so a very interesting difference in momentum. Now, of course, Joseph Spencer is 19-1, 11 wins by way of knockout and 1 loss by way of knockout. Of course, his 1 loss was to Jesus Ramos Jr. in the 7th round, where he was knocked down in the 1st. Now, of course, very interesting matchup, as I do believe Spencer kind of tried to just bully Ramos in the 1st round, got clipped with a shot which he probably should not have been clipped by, and most likely never really fully recovered. Now, of course, it also looked like Spencer looked like he was trying to knock out Ramos Jr., which is weird because Ramos Jr. is a literal tank, so, hindsight's 2020. But besides that, one of his best wins was against Kevin Salgado, 14-0-1. He gave him his first loss in a very dominant decision. Now, of course, it's a very good fight, as Salgado has only lost to one other person, that being to Elijah Garcia, also unanimous decision, but it was a lot closer. Now, of course, Salgado did move up in weight, so that could have helped him, but he was doing a lot to someone like Garcia, so it's a very good win. Although he lost afterwards, still a win that's somewhat aging quite nicely. Now, of course, his 3-fight win streak is against Marcelo Bewaski, 11-24-4, which is understandable for a comeback fight, especially after a stoppage loss. Janer Gonzalez, 21-6, 5th round stoppage win. Once again, obviously his fights are getting better and better as he is coming back from a loss, so it makes sense. And his latest win was against 9-0 Miguel Hernandez, majority decision win. Being a very interesting one because people believe that Gonzalez probably should have got the nod, which of course I haven't seen the fight. But one thing to keep in mind is he has not fought at the super welterweight limit since his loss to Ramos. Now, of course, I still assume that he could make the weight comfortably, so the whole draining and all stuff probably is not going to be an issue. But it is something to keep in mind. But one thing is, seeing the Hernandez fight, or at least clips of it, it seems that he's a lot more stationary as a fighter. As in the fight against Salgado, that dude, he was moving. He was punching, he was going in and out, good combination work, good body work for the most part, and overall just really staying away from any big shots from Salgado. Now, of course, even with the Ramos fight, he was showing super quick hands, really quick hands. And in his middleweight fights, not the most, actually. But that is something we'll talk about later, right? But besides that, the former world champion Tim Tszyu, 24-2, 17 wins by way of knockout. He is coming off of back-to-back losses. His first loss was, of course, to Sebastian Fundora in their technical unification fight, and a 3rd round stoppage loss to Bakram Murtazaliev for the IBF title. It's a very bit sad thing to watch because people expected Tim Tszyu to win. First of all, no one really expected Murtazaliev to win, but even the people who did think he was going to win, I don't even believe that they thought he was going to win like that. Just basically domination. He was just hurting Tszyu with basically every punch. You could say it was due to the IBF rehydration clause, but no, Murtazaliev was just catching him clean all the time. Murtazaliev is a twitchy fighter, something to always watch out against. But besides that, he has been in a real big momentum streak, well, up until the loss. It consists of Steve Spark, Takeshi Inoue, Gaucher, Mendoza, and some other people, right? Very good streak of wins, but he is coming off of 2 back-to-back losses. Both of them very bad, ugly losses. Of course, the bloody one against Fundora and the destruction of the second one. So people are wondering how much of Tim Tszyu is left after losing to those people in the way that he did. Now, of course, I still think he has something to give, to be honest, although he got stopped pretty badly and everything. But I think he still has something, right? But besides that, both of them don't even look like their former selves at this point. Let's be honest. Spencer doesn't look like he has this hand speed nor the movement that he had when he fought someone like Salgado in the super welterweight division, or even against someone like Ramos. And Tszyu just overall just does not look the same. But besides that, who do I think I got winning? I think it's a very interesting one. It's really a 50-50 matchup at this point. Wouldn't have been like a year ago. And once again, like I said, the momentum is in favor of Spencer. Although people thought he lost the last fight, he is moving down to super welterweight. So prepare to see some speed from his hands and his feet. In Tszyu, we haven't seen it, especially due to 3 rounds in his last fight. It's a lot of questions for Tim Tszyu, but the way it's gonna go, I do not know. Actually, it's a very close fight. I think I have Tim Tszyu by decision. I think so. I think Tim Tszyu beats Spencer by decision in a very close fight, 6-4. Most I could see is like 6-4. That's it. I can't see Tim Tszyu winning 7 rounds. But yeah, it's a very interesting matchup. Of course, there's someone coming off of 2 bad losses, and one coming off of a 3-fight win streak. The one coming off of losses, of course, seen as the better fighter. But of course, coming off of losses is of course something that should be taken into account. But besides that, what do you guys think of this fight? Who do you guys have winning? Leave it down in the comments below, and I love to hear it. And I hope to see you in the next one.